This is Unity Broadcasting Online Television, connecting voices. This is Unity Broadcasting Online Television, connecting voices.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. TV don't come.
For developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
We the independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey are so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion.
You for know what salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien. We no go left nothing bien no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't
For
come.
developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk, but
Sierra Leone political history.
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
And we let myself and better salon.
Indeed, like we said, in Better Salon today, now the 4th of December 2025. Now, so we'll take welcome on our Inside the Show, Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. Today, we get for talk to the Deputy Director of Education and Outreach Department, now the Anti-Corruption Commission. We now all don't see how corruption, 25 years along the line since they been former. Sierra Leone don't they improve. We don't get a lot of good pointers, and based on that, we also get some critics where they cry out, say, nothing not they happen, na showcase, na public show, na things that we they do for the icing, public icing. The Deputy Director of Public Outreach and Communications, Sylvanus Blake, go come and answer some of the questions and how the corruption don't impact Sierra Leone for the past 25 years. You say for the watch we na your house, wherever you day, you will get the opportunity for following our Facebook page, YouTube, and also we number 076946948. This number there on WhatsApp, you will be opportune for, let's say, a text message. Just make sure they be civil as to the broadcast live now we 48 Shaka Stevens Street address. My name is Elizabeth Kefoe Gembe.
With the broadcast live now, we studio now 48 Shaka Stevens Street. You can join the conversation through the platform where you watch. Remember, say will be civil and be respectful. Let we talk on the issue. Let we not attack personality. Let we ask you question there any respectful way. Una continue for the with we. Now we go for a quick commercial break. Me name na Marie Dumbia.
Since 2002, NASID has consistently ensured that all NASID pensioners enjoy life and a peace of mind while spending time with family after years of hard work. Therefore, the public is hereby informed. The National Social Security and Insurance Trust, NASID, will conduct a nationwide verification exercise for all NASID retirement pensioners from the 1st of October to the 31st of December 2025. All pensioners must now report to the nearest NASID office for verification. Pensioners who fail to be verified by the 31st December 2025 will have their pensions stopped and can only be reinstated after physical verification.
But what documents must I bring along for verification?
1. Your NASID pension card. 2. Benefit payment voucher, if available. 3. Personal ID. That is national ID or driver's license or passport or voter's ID or NCRA certificate. And 4, your bank identification card.
But my uncle is a Nasib retirement pensioner staying out of Sierra Leone. What must he do?
It's easy. He must provide the following. 1. A notarized life certificate with a name, pension number, and a recent passport photo. 2. Proof of staying abroad. 3. All documents must be scanned and sent via email to publicaffairs@nasid.org.sl or send all hard copies directly to the Director General of NASID at number 32 Walpole Street, Freetown. We count on your cooperation to promote an effective and efficient social security scheme. NASID, we care.
As government and stakeholders them, they continue to implement the Productive Social Safety Net and Youth Employment Program, PSSNYE, where World Bank don't give Salon government $42 million for. National Commission for Social Action, NACSA, they use part of this amount for transfer money to us and family them. We pop a smack. Now, air them will not receive nothing yet through the Social Safety Net Program. For sake of this, government will extend this facility to new hostel we put the money. Same way so, NACSA, they use part of this money for give money to Salon people for start their own business. Again, and mentor people them and connect them for agricultural program them where the government and non-governmental organization body them they operate. NACSA they also give this money to over 7,000 youths them or provide them with short-term work opportunity them upline through the Sustainable Cash for Work program.
As all this dey be, Freetown City Council go use spend this money for about over 6,000 youths them for clean the city and do other public work them na Freetown.
The National Youth Commission NACOM go use some of this money for support new and all youth group them for open their own business them na Freetown. Inside they go able to get access to money, training and counseling, but how for improve their own business them.
And then go implement this program na Bo, Makeni, Kenema, Port Loko and Freetown.
For complaints, comments and inquiries, call Anti-Corruption Commission or 077-985-985 or 077-986-986 or toll-free line on Africell, QCell and Orange 8515. This message will come out from the Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, with support from the World Bank, UNICEF and the government of Sierra Leone.
All right, welcome back. My name is Elizabeth Kefwe-Gembe. Inside the studio today, we did talk about corruption. We all don't see how prevalent corruption is in the nation. Some man they say na a toothless dog. It just the back, you know they really bet. The questions will go ask the Anti-Corruption Commission. Waiting corruption, how corruption don't impact the nation 25 years along the line. This morning on Unity Broadcasting Morning Show, inside the studio we get the Deputy Director of Education and Outreach Department na the Anti-Corruption Commission. His name na Silvanus Blake. Good morning and welcome to Unity Broadcasting.
It's a pleasure to be here, Elizabeth and the team. Thank you.
All right, Dana Silvanus Blake na the Deputy Director of Education and Outreach na the Anti-Corruption Commission. The question we will ask 25 years along the line, how una don't face corruption, how corruption don't impact the development of this country?
The only problem we Sierra Leone get are corruption. So if people want for let we change this place and let we go forward, then not forgive lip service individually. I'm not talking about governance structures then now. Even as a citizen, whether you're in this country or outside, you know, for pay lip service to addressing corruption. It is the elephant in the room. Now the snake in the house. As long as a day we have a challenge, and it's a serious challenge. So 25 years down the line, we don't come a long way. The first thing we get for realize as a nation, thankfully we are a believing nation in God. Every Sierra Leone at least knows in God day. So we have to thank him, because not every creature they make 25 years. It's a silver jubilee. Both living organism and organizations, plenty can die. Plenty go there 25 years and there's nothing to say about them. We're good. Plenty go there after 25 years, they are in regret. But despite the challenges, despite the fact that we only get an independent institution singularly established for the purpose for fight corruption. After the war, other countries, we compatriots them, they don't begin fight corruption while we they at war or even before we go to war. And today, when them they are the same pool, and for many of them, then they even rate we better than them. Forget about the international indexes, again, your own whole issues, maybe we'll go into later. But even on the ground, the posture, how we did as a nation, asking questions, recovering monies, holding people accountable, we the lead to some very large extent. And so 25 years down the line, now a story of survival, now a story of persistence, now the story of courage, now the story of fortitude, because corruption has been fighting back. And in fact, when they fight back, you they see them, they're not a serious fight, that one. Like when, like the intellectual dishonesty campaign to fight against corruption at Sierra Leone, they use the word intellectual dishonesty because those who parade lies against what is happening in this country, they know they are lying. And they ought to know that they should not lie. But then they do it for whatever reason, I don't know. That are just small pan effect, but sometimes it can take dimensions where you know they imagine. Dimensions where they even pose threat to personnel at the ACC. They don't assault with colleagues, and don't injure with colleagues, and don't resist with, and don't stone with, and don't do all manner of things. So it's a war. So anywhere when you fight 25 years and you are not running away, you are not retreating, you are a conqueror. So for us, Sierra Leone, not win the war against corruption yet, but Sierra Leone is not retreating, and Sierra Leone has been advancing, taking territories and entrenching the fight against corruption, and that's a good thing.
Sylvanus, you just mentioned a word say when I don't recover. So the public out there, on paper, to the public on paper, it is excellently done. But to them, visibility is one thing we don't want to see. And once or two times they don't see when I don't display a lot of money, because you just talk about recovery. They don't display lots of money out there. This display, is it not a public show? Is it something really where it come back to the confines of the public, where then they get a statement out there from Una after 1 or 2 days, or now that very day no Una don't do that public display, show how Una recover the money? That is not what you think, or that is what the public is saying. So don't you think it's something that you need for clarify, or maybe is it true that it's just a public show?
You only clarify what is not clear. We get a responsibility for put out information, credible information to the public. And I am one of those persons entrusted with that responsibility at the ACC. And I don't stay ACC for 15 years now. So we are not doing show. We are not playing to the gallery. We're not to entertainment and media publicity institution. We are not running a campaign of popularity. We are leading a solemn national duty for fight corruption at this country. And in doing so, we don't remain truthful to ourselves, to our conscience, to nation, and to divinity. So there can never be a scenario, nobody no go point with evidence that them money they know they put in and for just play gala. Who say would they go put 32 billion only? Yeah, we don't want to play Makiri. We are not gambling institution. Nobody is giving us donations. We are not running business. Where did we recover 32 billion pack on a table? People, throngs of media houses were there. Almost every one of you guys were there. But why on camera.
Why must it be a public show?
Good, because the same question you are asking, Lizzie, was the problem. When we used to do the check, handing over to His Excellency the President, when I send we on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone for this fete. So if somebody send you, as I am here, if you send me as you reporter, I go source news, I hand it over to you. You edit them and make sure it's worthy to go to public. I know can because being a journalist, I just go onto the machines and begin publish. That's on protocol. So when we recover money, we not get nothing for do it. We not the eat not with money. The duty say hand them over to the state. And the state now one man the leader. And in this circumstance, in the past 7 years plus, now His Excellency the President, the retired brigadier. So we again then check them. Before in being His Excellency the former president and his by Koroma doctor, we be then check them. The pictures, the people say no, na empty check. In fact, na dummy check. In fact, so now okay, we not get we they give the check, but we see the money back. And now still then they say we not just want we believe una. We not just want. So this Union context is a murky one. I don't want to leave any side. Now this country I don't from the cradle. I've seen it all. That no answer is an answer until it is their own answer for many people. And you being a professional and a competent institution like we stick to our answers as long as they are backed by law and fact and supported by good reasoning. That make them give you this work. Not all man go work anti-corruption. It's not possible. So we where they get duty for taking decisions here and stand by them. So sometimes it is no longer a pressure campaign. We are living with it. Now like you get a medical condition where doctors say manager. If you want to die quick, no manager. If you want to live long, manager. We are managing the Sierra Leonean context of mistrust. We're not to Sierra Leoneans them fault. Now decades and years or even centuries of lies, deceptions, misrule, thievery and lack of honesty. So if they don't lie for person for 15 years, you can't tell them truth for 1 year, you think he'll believe you quick? Everybody is suspicious in this country, even when you are doing something genuine. So we are coping with those. But honestly, when the SEC put out an information, you guys are now here. And some of you are thick-skinned media practitioners. Must dive down and see if na lie with the lie. Even when we say we know they go court and we reference with law, we want legal pundits and then at this country. We not take with laws. We not take the other criminal procedure laws again at this country. Juxtapose and see Francis Ben Kaifala now support and protect. He want protect some people and left the others. Because that's when you now can confront somebody say, I don't believe what you don't say. But for being informed by imaginations, hesitations, doubts, mistrust, and sometimes political inclinations, then you not trust person. What can the person do? We have a duty to put out the information and make sure it is true. You have a duty to understand. I'm a professional teacher. I sabi teach, but I no sabi pass exam for student. I will do my best, and you do your best to pass very well.
All right. With all this, way you don't say the public still gets some mindset. This mindset is decade. Una as a commission. Waiting at the major gains and what una don't decide or una don't get, and how una go continue for build up this public trust from all them sayings there or them mindsets there.
So the mindset of Sierra Leoneans and something we for be a national campaign for continue for change them. Actually, we can go for infrastructural development. We can go for educational development. We can go for AI. We can go for tech. We can go for medicine. We can go for anything. But if the mind sick, you know the work. So the re-radicalization of Sierra Leoneans for be inward thinking, for be patriotic, for put nation before self. Because you can never be stronger than your nation. It's not possible. All the billionaires that America put together, not get nothing for do America. The state is bigger, stronger than them. That is why it is the great United States. That is why it is the great United Kingdom. Because the feeling is that I am just a servant to my state and I must make it better. So that is where the campaign should begin. And we'll be missing it largely informed by the kind of leadership them who don't they get at family level, community level, school level, and to the broader picture of political leadership. Because for me, where the Bible says the people deserve the leader we then get, you go one vex. But honestly, if we not help a leader, then we not help ourselves. So we don't do that. In fact, that's why public education now they will pay attention. Preventing of corruption, now they will pay attention. And in doing public education, not just say support the fight against corruption, support ACC, support Francis Ben Kaifala. No, we equally they show you reasons why you for believe in the fight against corruption and support them. Okay. And so the successes, before you come in quick, have been enormous. You begin, for example, the regulatory framework, the courage where the late president, Dr. Ahmad Tijan Kaba, blessed memory, take for establish anti-corruption commission, that was not a political decision. I have spoken to people like Honorable Ibrahim Benkabu, when I've been the opinion leaders for ACC. There were concerns in the political elite that they now establish anti-corruption for holding the politician there. Because 70% or 80% of the job they do against with public officers, not against them. With that are the one that will not go agree for leasing, go thief public couple, we they run after them. But then still government established ACC. Embryonic stages, there were challenges. 2008, the former president, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, reformed the law and give it prosecutorial independence. We are one of the few anti-corruption institutions in the world where they charge to court a criminal matter without recourse to the Attorney General, because Section 64(3) of the 1991 Constitution clear. All criminal prosecution at this country now at the BF, at the suit of the Attorney General. So nobody no get go court for any crime if the Attorney General no give permission. But we see them by Constitutional Instrument number 9 of 2008, they amend the Constitution even for the anti-corruption power for go court. And that's why we've been going to court. 2019, when this current president came, himself waged war on corruption, and that war has been very progressive. Then giving more powers. We now include not only for charge you to court, for recover the money and banning for letting all public office. And so the 70+ billion we don't recover just in this quick time. And from some of them activities, with them powers they then give. We get offenses now we don't increase from 2000 about 9 offenses to now over 40-something offenses, including miscellaneous portions of the act. Offenses like academic malpractice, they've not been done at the law. And education, where you tamp out, you don't spoil any country. So now we get powers over that. We don't see the progress we don't make in that direction. We get powers for interject and stop contracts, and we know they in the interest of public. Contracts not in public interest. And so a lot has happened. We don't reform we law to such an extent that the offense of conspiracy now inchoate offense in the Anti-Corruption Act. Now criminal attempt. When we now charge you for conspiracy, you no need for don't conspire and actually do the corruption. All the evidence we need for convince the court now that Blake and B conspire for do corruption. So all the criminal attempts must have been done. That will now begin for the document. So then the money no more or not withdrawing ship. Trade pass the act happen. So the law is progressive. The recoveries, the convictions, the public awareness. So those successes are really what we keep telling the public, that if in 25 years we can come this far and we get the rest of time for leave, then we can go to wherever we want to go, the fight against corruption.
Okay. So you make mention of, say, during President Kaba in time it formed the ACC. So we go want to know if they get any political interference, as the layman out there will think and say most of the times ACC go just run after one day way be don't left power. Big people and most stakeholders the way don't left power, because now the situation on the cases and that all they get more often as compared to people who presently in power. Why always now when somebody left power mostly it can get issue along anti-corruption stuff and all that?
Some of these postulations, I want to remain respectful to public opinion and public perception. But honestly, it's not backed by anything where you go on for take believe. So for example, before I come to whether then they politically interfere with the job or not. For example, we get change of government in 2018, right? And up until the last week, 3rd week in November, we convict people of corruption. And up until this November, we charge people to court for corruption, for offenses where we allege say they do in 2024-25. Pass if you tell me say them people then are opposition members, but we don't know. The only time we hold people will be working the past administration accountable now when they do the 2016 to 2018 special audit report. And had them been there in governance that time. So if that audit report been find out say minister A in ministry for account for money, now who that you want to go all? The minister where they appoint after June 2018 election, where are you starting? There is no law in this land or anywhere in the world where say, where I come on our office, if I been do bad enough for ask me question. So at the camp, so we hold them accountable at that time. How many opposition people they jail for corruption? 0. If anybody get a contrary fact among reviewer, let them confront me. We not investigate reach 20 opposition members or I don't call them opposition because we will not care whether an opposition or ruling party. We not ask nobody question because of you call or party. No. Now what you do Salon couple? We interviews now we don't make them public, but until the one for get suspect, we call the media. We want to go see by food. We no one day all meeting at any party office in this country. The Anti-Corruption Commission no they get any business political party directly. But when political party win election and appoint Sierra Leoneans and even non-Sierra Leoneans can administer the resources and people of this country, then people then they do bad, we don't run after them. Whether you did down there now your business, you will let your time you go tell the people them we for vote for you. Why they for vote for you? Because for me, we never vote for Tifman. And one man the Tifman them where we go get evidence against. Now anybody who anti-corruption don't investigate, charge to court and convict them or recover money from her. I pose the question for answer so clearly, straightforward. We know they run after opposition people.
So Silvanus.
So now people will get corruption questions for answer. And even the one that within this government, how many of them would ever ask question? There are over how many 80 or more ministers? I don't know the exact number. How many we don't investigate? There are many political appointees. His Excellency the former president appoint over 1,000 people or more. So how many will they ask questions?
Silvanus, do you now come back to the question that will not just stay back? Because if you are interviewing these people, interrogating them, why is the public not unknown?
So the public is aware. The press releases.
Press releases are there, but like what you say, a lot of individuals really don't know that this particular government official has been.
I beg to differ, Elizabeth. I can now go back to those press releases or the one on top of my head. I will call 20.
Calling press release or bringing press
20 people who don't hold accountable. Quick one.
Yes. So when you pull press release, right, the public, you now know the public is to you, the public still needs a lot of education. And the public is still not aware that you be don't indict this. Now let me come to the question what I asked. Coming to you saying about opposition, what is the current status of a particular former minister when by Mambu who been gets about corruption case?
Good.
Waiting in current status. When una can hold the individuals then, una can ban them from holding political offices. Because I understand say there was an individual who have been banned from holding
several individuals.
Where I go cancel that later.
Several individuals.
What is the current status with by Mambu who have been holding?
So now one of those investigations like the former the retired Major Paulo Conte, including the case of the former president, those are those cases where we not conclude and come out to the public on it. And I equally will show you opposition members who investigate and offend any corruption case and come to the public saying we not see corruption pande. So for example, Dr. Richard Conte. We even do this before APC been get the delegate conference because we make for understand say he involved in it. He was minister, I think, of trade, then day. And Jepangi, 2016, Jepangi we aid about $4 million for in oil and lubricant. With the allegation, the audit report find out say that money they no account for them. When we do investigation proves say they may for use 50% for uplift the ministry and the balance 50% for advance for national development. Why we be say we not get evidence at the evidential threshold for take action against Dr. Richard Conte and in integrity remain untampered with? Now because the framework contract agreement between Japan government and Salon government not available. What do you do? Investigation not to magic, not to a real boy. You have to have your evidence for go to court. So when we say we not get case against them, nobody not come and say we they protect them. But when we investigate Jaya Kaikai, the former chief immigration officer, for gift them with somebody, one Lebanese American, Guillaume, from America, buy them or to car them from Dubai. The evidence come, we contact the Dubai Motors or Kuwaiti Motors, the company where they buy the motor car them from. And this man we interview him and tell we say, na in lawyer with Mr. Jaya Kaikai back in America. And so anytime you feel for give and gift, they give and gift. And so those vehicles were gift. As suspicious as that situation was, if the man will give this gift, not to Sierra Leonean, and not one day get business interest in Sierra Leone, and not old Sierra Leonean passport, how do you establish that a bribe if you go court with such a matter? We say we not get evidence for proof, say the gift not been bribe. People say we they protect Mr. Jaya Kaikai. Some people, not all, but the same people not say we they protect Dr. Richard Conte. The same people not say we they protect Mr. Mahmoud, Mr. Bai Mahmoud. The same people not say they protect Dr. Major Paulo Conte. I mean, it begs the question, what do we want? And you ask the first question, how the press releases and the investigation processes if the public don't know. I am not going to bluff with that here. But at the Stockholm, if any institution, the way they engage the media and the public reach ACC, thank you to them. But we are always open to scrutiny. I, for one, for some time, some days, just one day, I did grant 4 interviews, 1 hour plus interviews across all media houses. And now, how do I take care? If we come here, we talk to thousands of Sierra Leoneans. What you go do? Is there a way we go get a whole meeting? We go bring all Sierra Leoneans there? It's not possible. The commissioner
that will suffice, because as educator or as an education outreach person, your job or your role is to continue to educate us, because we have a mindset that you guys are just a bulldog, right? Toothless bulldog. So because of that mindset, why not try to do, maybe una solicit more funding for una continue for educate we. The media might know, but if we sit here, we also go with the public opinion. So most of the questions that we are asking, it's based on public opinion, what we want for law una clarify. So to me, una need for do more and more. Now coming back to you say war on corruption. You guys are doing war on corruption. There is also an accusation that there are certain decisions you guys make are just in favor of one person and not the other. With regards to what you talk about, the Baimambu and others, people look at it political. Now, let me ask this question. If you consider your commissioner at one time, he made a public display about the former first lady, about corruption charges. And now when a corruption charges came again about this current first lady, it became something that a draw out the former first lady. Why is it that when one thing happened, you go bring another? Why do you think the commissioner did that?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. You did a thorough research on very interesting topics within our public, and I believe Unity Media is one of those growing media houses we get large following. Addressing this thing here will help. I begin from where you first started, that our duty to talk to the public. We will talk to the public. We'll be accountable. We are not shy and will never be intimidated for be scrutinized by members of the public. And you guys are the people that can do that. If I go some town hall meeting, some of these questions cannot come from the floor. But you, an intellectual, will know the issues, who now confront you, and we can have those conversations. We commissioner are the only presidential appointee we twice don't work across all the districts in this country. And not only in districts, to chiefdoms in those districts, to places without disrespect, to places like Krobola, to Bones Island, to Kwendu, to Fiama in Kono, on what we call Meet the People tour. Where we go, he sits in the barriers, he explains his work, and the people ask him questions in their local languages. When we go to Mende area, and they interpret in Mende. We are the Mende really strong. When we go to the area, we hear colleagues, we understand him. Cannot save. That is how far we can go. Our regional offices, our district office in Kono, meet the schools campaign, then get community outreach meetings. We engage the radio across this country, and we talk to stakeholders.
How often are they get press briefing? Press
briefings are informed by breaking news, but almost every quarter we get press briefing, because
not weekly or monthly.
Depending on what you have, you cannot talk to the press if you not get something substantial.
So people go
no become boring.
They happen at the commission.
As long as something there, like, when I'm not able to get me here every week, otherwise people will not follow. It must be something important. Now we are 25 years. That's why I'm the only guest here. Sometimes I follow on a show two guests here. That's why I'm only, because there are many issues to talk about today. So engaging the press on press conferences. Anytime we do investigation, major investigation, we call press conference, so we start, we call press conference, so we end. Even when we not conclude it, we say we do, they call press conference.
All right, but let's come back to my question.
The question, yes.
Why do you think bring in, when the current First Lady was said to be investigated, then Una go bring Sia Nyamakoma in your investigation? Why do you guys did that?
Okay, first and foremost, let's understand that not to Sia Nyamakoma, Her Excellency will be investigated.
Okay, now the office.
Thank you. And not at the camp.
Yeah.
And not to Her Excellency, the current First Lady, Dr. Fatima Mada Jabibi, will be the investigate. We were investigating allegations.
Correct.
From audit report, say then they allocate money them to that office day, and there was existential audit risk for mismanagement of those monies. A audit report can get queries, then put all them. And then a colleague in the African Express media outlet begin run further with these concerns of audit queries and postulate clearly three things. One, that office of the First Lady is not legitimately established by any law. And so why even where Parliament not appropriate any money to that office in the national budget, why government they give that office the money? That was one. Two, that those monies were being mismanaged. Three, that office is not legal. It's not legal enough for their money, and the money in a risk. Now, there is nowhere they do investigation in the world where a member of the public now they tell the investigation body say Nayanda for investigate. When we go, I have always said this, Elizabeth, when we go hospital, you go feel say na malaria you get, but you cannot tell any competent doctor say just check malaria or not check for any other disease, and that doctor say okay na malaria no more they check. Then that doctor is not competent, because the generic nature of what happened to you now will determine the treatment. And until they do a wholesome assessment, sometimes they can't find out what is wrong. Why will they go back? Not only that, every investigation will they trace unto where the act perceived to be a wrong act, where it started. Not to Salo no more than they do so. Not to anti-corruption more they do so. Now so police they investigate. Now so FBI they investigate. Now to Scotland Yard they investigate. Now so KGB they investigate. I don't know why they want Salon professional investigators only pay attention on who they suspect. You as an informant, you are just a whistleblower. You may not even know the details of what is happening when you don't bust out. So you know, just lead you the key. When the expert begin work, you go know what thing don't happen. So now, when we begin the probe into the office of the First Lady, we realize say not only 2018 and upwards, government begin give money to the office of the First Lady. We stumble upon a 2016 Financial Regulation Act, and a section 39 of that act will say the Minister of Finance, this is the beauty of law, not even cabinet, let alone parliament. That law, 2016 law, not only a U-maker. I've never been an MP. You have not been before. We MPs in 2016, she don't say the Minister of Finance get power for use 1% of the annual budget for anything in public interest. That is the law. And so we find out say now that law, finance ministers before former finance minister Mr. Jacob Jusuf Safa begin use that law for give money to things in public interest. And that section 39 not define what in a public interest. These conversations are interesting. And then now we realize say then they don't begin give money to that office before 2018. Now I make that 2016 law a referencer. So are you going to leave all of what has been happening before? We clearly now they continue for happen because you want to go for the head of Her Excellency the First Lady. We can never. We are professionals. I just tell you now proudly that I don't, me alone, small man, 15 years at the ACC. So you can do PhD in international anti-corruption study. You can do double PhD in anti-corruption studies in Sierra Leone. But me don't fight this fight for 15 years. Other people don't fight for 18 years, 20 years. So we know the issues. We are experts, with all due respect. And all, this not mean for intimidate anybody. So those conclusions we made. One, there is a law. We give that power. So that Allah say, why don't they even get money? That law then I end up for go change force. That law provide. And the Minister of Finance get that right. And the minister they all talk to say now that law they be used. Two, that this thing we don't begin happen before. You go excuse her. Wait, let's say if you now go you feel malaria, then check. They notice say you get malaria, you get typhoid, you get worms. The doctor for only left all other sickness that he treats malaria because the malaria you carry it. That doctor is not a serious doctor. We not get them kind of salon. So anti-corruption choose to address the systemic problem. And we not ever use that situation. We're not the embarrassed person. Now you the embarrass yourself. Right. So Her Excellency, Dr. Fatima Mada Jabibio, did nothing wrong. The Minister of Finance, when they get their allocations, did nothing wrong by the laws, and that should be, that is a position, and that should be done. And then on the issue of the mismanagement, this is where sometimes the investigation report, you find let people read them. So Leonians will like short thing, they like shortcut. So man just on social media read, even the press reading at the first headline, then they read. The balance details, will not pay attention to details. In that report, we now told the people of Sierra Leone that we recommend strongly that if government get for continue for give monies in the interest of the activities of the First Lady, including Her Excellency the current First Lady and any other First Lady in the future, then for put professionals at our office for man that money there, so that there will not be audit risk. That has been done. Today, if government money go na office of the First Lady or public money go there, expert then they will go appropriate them and do returns, because you no expect Her Excellency for go answer off with Gia's campaign at Kailan and he go do returns by himself. That you can't do that. Okay. Even me at my level, small me, when I do activities, ACC get finance department. Right. I know say now Ben Kefala. So right. These are the issues we find let public know. All right. We normally go back because we want get problem with the former president.
So we don't understand now that has been cleared and there is no case, there is no charge. The question now also is that's a leading question. 1% of our public money they allocate to this particular offices. Is that what you are confirming? We found the law, 2016 law. The law has been found according to you. Yeah, and that's the law they've been using. So my question is, 1% of the nation's money now go to the office of the First Lady. Should go. Should go, yes. Right? Or can go. Can go. Yes. So 1% of the public money goes to the office of the First Lady. Is that no, anything in public interest. Anything. That's the law. We are not only the First Lady. In her office, it's public interest. You consider public interest. The thing she do. She does, or she do is public interest. Answer for our girls' campaign. Yes. So my question still is, 1% of the nation's money goes to the office of the First Lady. That question is answered, Elizabeth. We found a law, a 2016 law. I don't know if that law remains the same. Maybe they have changed the law. I am not working the law officers department. I am not in the Parliament of Sierra Leone. We found a law, a 2016 law, and a section 39 in that law, where say the minister, because we needed to answer the question why we give public money to a project where not a parliament appropriate, and we get the appropriation law. Now parliament they give public money, now budget they. But then now we see instance where money they go to programs run by Her Excellency the First Lady, audits don't pick them up, and it not go through parliament. The answer to that question was the section 39 I am saying. And that law says 1% in public interest. And in the press conference we hold several years back, Commissioner Francis Ben Kaifala say in no calendar year, voting then use that law for give the office of the First Lady equal to 1%, let alone the person. If we stumble on evidence, say, 1% of we budget now 1 million, but then now they don't can give them 4 million, then the finance minister was going to be held accountable. So what will they use that answer for project
Now that once it is in the law, it is legal. You can't do anything with it. If the law is a bad law, you can cope with it, or else you'll be contravening it. So the law not to conscience thing, not to morality thing, not to best practice thing, until it is put in the law, black and white. If it good, it good. If it bad for you. You have to conform with it.
Okay, in your view, how you think, say, ACC, they contribute for improved governance and build public trust over the years? How not done they do this?
In all of these conversations we've had, we continue to be truthful. They always talk this. When
how will they improve?
We get the duty for do as best as we can. And we get a duty for open up to the public on what are our challenges. For example, how you don't improve governance. Accountability in governance structures. The level they now. We never ever did it. From we British man they say now they can't found salon. Me know say salon be done before. Now they can't get a name. For like people na born me at 18 years, not me say now yesterday, now that day they born me. People have been here, King Tom was here, Naimbanna was here, but that's a history. Fine. From those times to now, we are at the peak where accountability, at least demand for accountability, no one day reach the day before. We are nobody, no day. We're in public space. From His Excellency the President, where to me, now the biggest anti-corruption champion we don't get. Nobody no day will feel say go do now business as usual. Salon dey na in pocket where you can't do the fight against corruption. Okay. Secondly, if you watch in 2007 when Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma win the election, during the campaign he said they can't fight corruption. He tried level best, especially the law that thing that will be mentioned earlier with Ngiwi. When His Excellency the retired brigadier in the campaign, he spoke against corruption. In 2012, he declared his assets before contesting elections. I was in the commission. He has been committed to the fight against corruption. So at presidential level, we don't enjoy a steadfast posture that then willing for fight corruption. And that has been translated into physical support. The Integrity House, you've been there, Elizabeth. Now, from the ground to foundation to high day, now 100% government of Sierra Leone money. No donor money, no they. They don't mean say we they disregard with donors. They are very good partners to this nation. But at least in that other development, there is national pride in it. An edifice of several $1 million built by the people of Sierra Leone. That is commitment. And that is governance willingness. And you come again. Now only this country, Sierra Leone, not only West Africa, the whole Africa, 52 states or more, don't probe in your parliament and done and they not stone nobody, they not fit. And pull report where point to voting in the happen at the House of Parliamentary wrong. And with parliamentarians, they accept her. And then work with their recommendation. And the following year, the Open Parliament Initiative monitoring. Sierra Leone Parliament, now in Canton, now only 4 parliament been passed. That probe been doing therefore do with Honorable Tawa and Honorable Indolo, the exchanges, and we been therefore do with allegations, say constituency development fund, money we then give them for build offices or rent offices, they misappropriate. We did a probe. When they say probe, a bigger than investigation, a generic, you look into the entirety. When South Africa attempt for those ask the former president Zuma question, they almost won that country. Yeah, we probe the whole parliament, APC, SLDP, Parliament chief, they're all together. Nobody no fit. They're not circuit commissioner, they're not intimidate none of we. You may think those, and we told one of the findings in our report that one, so MP didn't receive money, they know they sign for. That two, so MPs they no rent office, they no bill office. But to what extent can we now go to ensure political leaders are held accountable? And we recommend nothing for do. We probe the office of the First Lady, the President, his wife. They no stop with, they no sack with boss. We don't investigate political appointees, not to one, not to two. We investigate the clerk of parliament. we ban him away from holding public office. We recover full money and we refer the former clerk to him boss for administrative reprimanding. And that was done because we not see evidence for charge and to court. I am not saying we don't win the war against corruption. Otherwise, ACC should be closed. But I am saying we have come so far. And all of those then governance issue we ask. No MDA not there in this country now. We not get integrity management committee. The rollout of the national anti-corruption strategy, we have a 5-year strategy. The last strategy and the current strategy will begin in 2024. It will end 2028. The last strategy will end 2023. Elizabeth, 97% implementation of all recommended actions. And it puts them many actions for all body. We get MDAs and we don't give certificate of compliance, including office of the vice president, including ONS, including House of Parliament, that when we advise and say do this, not do so, then they do it, then they show you evidence, including several of the local councils, including of course Freetown City Council, Cambia City Council, Bombali District Council. So in the fight against corruption, there is nothing like the green and red divide in this country. Because when greenhouse person thief, you know, you can't go to greenhouse party office on Akanlo Shiba. I don't want this here. I don't want to see politician thief, you can't go to party office. Say, I don't thief the party member on Akanlo Shiba. When they thief, they build big houses, they live big life for them and the people where they like. So when accountability now knock at the door, then they run go to the party office. Say, now this party now they run after me. How I wish I been there one party. When you come back say now women are this, now they run after you. They say, okay, go first, go answer the question. You know, remember, go answer the question. When you come, you go still continue for be women.
All right, Sylvanus, at which level when they do evaluation for individuals then where hold public office, where they also declare their assets? How often when they evaluate then gains or then things that they don't lose? Let's say somebody can say I get 2 motorcar, I don't take this public office. After 2 years, when I see them with 5 motorcar, waiting how when they do their evaluations?
So those assessments, in fact, if you read section 119, where they talk about integrity in public life, section 120, 121, 122, it provides clearly what happened to the asset declaration regime, and we don't amend them equally in 2019. So now public officers, they declare every 2 years.
Okay.
When you declare, like for example, we declare 2024, so this 2025, no declaration. At 2026, we declare. What we've been busy doing, now we call them profiling. We profile politically and financially exposed persons. And would equally profile anybody with suspicious stories they about, whether in the social media, in the mainframe media, or in some intelligence investigative work by any credible citizen, media, or civil society. So all those reports, minister accused of this, permanent secretary in this, executive director in this. Would they do newspaper review every day? Would they watch all news channels every day? And would they pick from those? Then they save the EPWI. And the third way they evaluate, once allegation come to we about you, it's like now going to the hospital. Whether you go with a broke foot, then they check your sugar. Those prevalent diseases, the hospital owe you a duty for check for them because then go they pay you no. You understand? So we say, where they bring you in, or you come in, or we go for you and bring you in for any allegation, whether an allegation will contain credible fact or not. If you can't say if you answer all the questions, will say you not do nothing with the what you asset declaration. So as you knock at your door, will they triage you? Asset declaration now, my mother is a nurse, so I'm not familiar with medicine and all of that. Will they triage you? Will they check your temperature and all of that for see if you bring any other problem we're not visible now? So that because one way they return, let you return better than how you come. So asset declaration is not, we call it default mode. As you cross with doors for accountability purposes, I'm not saying we go for partnership meeting like where you can go, or where you go for promote or go attend meeting or press conference. That is not it. But once you come for questioning, the investigators, they ask, we asset declaration department for query your asset declaration. Now it is 100% online. So we just need for type your name, PAM, all things don't pop up. When we see asset declaration, we they go, how you be the way you come, and how you don't progress over the period. So my asset declaration, you read them, that you say, no, it's not possible. Not because of what in the inside, because it's not put nothing there. How you go say, I not get nothing, I not get nothing, I not get nothing, I not get, you not get nothing.
But they live a luxurious life.
If people don't know your lifestyle, a red flag. Why is it that you not get nothing? And will they profile you? What if you they live luxurious life? You can't say you not get nothing. And Sierra Leoneans are, I can say something are God. Yeah. When they can don't if they know see those are for the kind of lifestyle where they live. You no need for be get shasha or be pastor or be a good sheikh. So you see that they suspect. So sometimes the red flag they hit you even before case car against you, and we they profile you on that line. And equally so, I know say you go on for nothing they happen out of that. The last interesting case in this country, we've been really interesting, get for do with possession of unexplained wealth and corrupt acquisition of wealth.
For who that specific?
For Abu Kamara, okay. That manager Tradena NRA, we don't run away.
Sure.
We don't charge. We don't investigate in run away. And then the arrows point at him because he don't run away. He not Greek camp. We put wanted notice in no camp. We profile her. We can realize that this man, the assets them we get, and the salary way they earn, and the asset declaration we do not three different things. Salary in an average public officer, you get like 6 BB goes there, all now Pangaret, you get land there, you get 2 supermarkets. Okay, if you don't cancel now, who they carry you go court say 1, you know will explain you well till you get, because you know match with your income and you know put an asset declaration. 2, you know you are with the accused say what you get na thief and from na process of corruption. That matter they na court. I don't want to talk too much on them. But the provision of the law now that if you get asset where you know able to explain, will they accuse you say na thief, especially if you na be public officer. And so that's how beautiful the asset declaration regime they, and that's how where we go achieve a lot in the fight against corruption. DSTI don't work with we don't digitalize them further, make them a bit friendlier. In 2026, by the grace of God, now declaration here. So they continue for be useful.
So also you think say the ministry, the commission rather don't fall short, and what are the challenge the owner they get for do owner mandates? Every side gets your own challenge.
Yes, so I will go for challenges them on the issue of we falling short. Maybe I want for be engaged on that from your end. We point at what we have not done well. We don't try with level best. It don't mean say we perfect. We don't try with level best. Even in place in circumstances where we not get the result we want, we can be comfortable. Either we appeal or we left answer because we think say in the circumstance we did our best. But when it comes to challenges, we get. And that now the fight against corruption can take a national paradigm. We are just leading this national fight. What are some of these challenges? I'm not going to the generic normal challenges of resources. But now we all know. We all know say Salon are developing economy. We all know say this economy, this current government meet and austerity. We all know say now government they pay staff and government. We all know say government institutions are challenged. So for any government institution really can begin say, oh, we not get motor car, we not get this, we not get that, and I know not they work. For me, I think say you no one cope with the situation. So we not allow the circumstantial challenges like we fleet. We must carry all. Now bike I take Kenya yourself. I'm saying now bike they can't take go back. But I not go stop for Kenya. Pass are not able to come at all because are all the citizens a duty and are all the government a duty for work. So those ones are there, and the government don't they try. I tell Una say, now them build we office, 100%. Today go there, we get home now. So that means say the fight against corruption is going to stay. You know when you build house on sign, it go difficult for let you go. You are going to be there. Okay. So when you come now to the other challenges, now the issues can find small for talk about. Okay. One we have been talking about intellectual dishonesty. The courage we will land book get for lie. Even when we know the truth, or we get the ability for seek the truth and see them, and say them, we can choose for lie just because. And they lie most times now for political reasons. What in some of them lie away, then they lie and we fight against corruption. ACC only they run after the opposition. Lie. Black lie. I don't want to call her other name, and I don't mean disrespect. But Creole say, true not get other name. Lie self not get other name. If you know the truth, you not talk am, and you get opportunity for know the truth. If you see from 2018 to now, we dey still charge to court, we dey still recover money, we dey still do work. You still say na the opposition, the opposition then now they no more than at this country. And where they say, where they hold the investigate. Me I know they see the from the 2016-18 audit report. I know one day see opposition person go now office. So one day see put press release say this person don't pay money. Other one day they can pay them money then day after the 2016-18 audit report. Now people they waiting under this current administration. So that one, one pan the challenges. And why it's challenging? Some of the people that when they talk here, they are leaders, they are trusted, then get followers. And the messenger can make the message not acceptable. If me, for example, from Kenema, I get lateral windy, young people like me there, I come out and begin say one thing when I lie persistently. Those who they admire me, not they even assess them. They say, "But na black talker, now we man than they. We don't know how for lie." So I'm going to not say I lie, but I like me. They know. So some politicians, some opinion leaders, where they put out some things about this country, where they really not say it's not true. Now challenge. And the second challenge, now the corruption where they fight back. But this one we know. And I talk about where they fight back publicly. Some man they really go out. But there's a silent way it fights back. And that silent way now really more get devastating effects. What are these silent ways? For example, why make the commissioner close with the president and wife? I sometimes they ask you that question. I was like, for real? President where appoint Benkefala? He not appoint him because na Benkefala, na because he believe in him. Elect him. You think na one competent for lead ACC? So when they appoint you anti-corruption boss, you and President na plaba. You for cut offer. Whose country the way the leader they appoint who da not elect him, who da not the support him, who da not believe in? Donald Trump almost sacked Supreme Court judges in America, almost. Forget me that they want today. And it is right there. But here, when president appoint people, you know for Bonnier, who say that they possible? What if for don't be legitimate question? If now the current administration they do corruption and Benkefala no they do nothing, then you go now say, oh, in relationship with the non-influencer. But the young man has led in such a handsome way that he's respected across the world. You think for America give us an international anti-corruption champion now because he get Boku here? No, not because they are interested in what is happening. It don't lead international anti-corruption institution in Africa, West Africa, and the world. Just the first day, you and they talk on the whole of Africa on behalf for corruption. And back home, we talk about the Bible, prophet not get respect. Back home, people go say all manner of things. You think he is strong enough, or we are strong enough for cope with all those and do well. But honestly, it they affect person psychologically. Oh. It is like you cry for person all night and locally they say why you are red. I don't think then there any personal agenda to me knowledge, but you don't try in your way. Okay, no, even say not do nothing, but where them money there over how many billion whether they don't thief, then don't eat her. He bring them back. You know, Shebam. He give this government. Then don't use them for national development.
All right. Lastly, before we take a commercial break, you'd say the commission also give on a rights for prosecute cases.
The government.
Waiting on a collaborative mode with the courts.
Fine question. So we don't enjoy huge support from the judiciary of Sierra Leone. Huge support. And now I'm for remain thankful to the judiciary, especially the head of the judiciary, the learned Chief Justice. They don't make the fight against corruption, especially judicial accountability, more progressive. So we get special anti-corruption division of the High Court of Sierra Leone with dedicated judges and a whole registry. Then they don't separate it from the chaos where they are the normal High Court of Sierra Leone. When are they all man they go, both civil and criminal. All man are they then they go. So when the judges and they sit down now, dedicated judges, the day then they sit down are only for corruption matters. And you begin to imagine the speed at which now then they handle the matters. So then they don't help. We don't get practice direction and sentencing guideline for corruption trials. So like we see then they had the Honorable Chief Justice put out guideline for trial on drug related, not to the first one down there. Anti-corruption, we don't get we own like 2-3 years back. We work with some of international partners, especially from UK, then draft them for several engagements with the judiciary. So we get both sentencing guideline, where they now say, if they convict you for corruption, what can the judge for do? They are not going to be guided by that. So one judge not going to give you 5 years and 50,000 for one count. There are another one, they give something different from that. So there is a guideline now. And of course, there is a guideline equally on practice. How we they practice with trials. What in the defense for do, what in prosecution for do. All this we do and for continue for deepening the rule of law, for continue for deepening the legal maxim of the upholding the innocence of the accused until proven guilty, and it has been helping. And of course, the judiciary equally they help for recover, because, for example, the last conviction we Honorable Justice Bintu Al-Hadi Islam, novel and historic judgment against proprietor in WEF and WAEC officer for exam malpractice. Yeah, now one private school now, East End of Freetown. The judge say, the Honorable Justice say, then 3 people here, no for Kenya education business. So then Saturday class they not for run. So that then school them bill, now they get the building, but they are not going to interfere with education. And you begin to imagine, and in addition to huge fines, 120,000, 50, 60,000, and so on, put together over 200,000, slam on them. And you begin to now see how serious that judgment day, and how serious this country day for sanitize your education will remain a flagship program, and human capital being at the heart of what is happening here. So, I mean, the judiciary, it has improved a lot, and we pray it continues. And this current CJ again, many things happen under the erstwhile Chief Justice, Honorable Babatunde Edwards, now the current CJ, very progressive Chief Justice, combat commander. A lot is happening. And even the judges, the benchers themselves, the Honorable Justices and judges on we matters, it's good sometimes you go to court and see people seated 3 hours. For let them hold people accountable. 3 hours! In no side, it's the right. And these are not very young people. So you marking go to court at times, quietly then I'm a corner. I just say, God continue to give them grace. Because not only then can case they get push and drug case there now. In the Coopers all. Rape back there, in just they go. People they thief back, then case then they go. Some man they kill. You begin to imagine the judiciary is not only overstretched, but they are stampeded with the nature of crime in this country. Many things don't for go court and the crime go there. But you know say the landlord said you know don't pay me for pass to go court for goodness sake. People they take motor car no don't pay, go take yanda no don't pay, go court. In case of instead you pay you come pay citizen money, you now they go pay lawyer. So many things should not be in the court. But because we are a nation, we want for. You know how people think they are strong in Sierra Leone, many people? It is in their ability to deprive others of their rights. Once somebody begin carry shoulder, they pull phone, they call. Not because they want to help this country, now because they want to take advantage of you, of me, of others, and above case. And that's when they think they are powerful. So all this one day APCT, they go SLPP tomorrow, they NGCT, they cancel. Now because they don't want for common at the corridors of influence. So that then go grab you land both case, then go thief money both case, then go send and go beat you both case. And we have to stay away from those things. I believe, Elizabeth, we can stay here and all of us are happy if people choose for be contented with what they have. And all these mile, kapu, now you want drive all the motor car bill, all the house. We go down at the 10-story building, now one room they enter. Lay down at one bed. One small malaria catch you, you know able to eat tomorrow morning. What's all this? Why the hassle? Why do we need to fight? This nation is blessed. So that's why some of us appreciate people like Una wey get opportunities for stay somewhere else, leave all the glamour, but now they come for contribute to nation building. If I don't know SEC 15 years, trust now because Alex alone. There are opportunities all over the place for young people we really don't build a career. But me not get no side for go. We are here. We're going to make this place better, and it will happen.
All right. The program now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show, and we get Sylvanus Blake, Wayne, the Deputy Director of Education and Public Outreach. Idea for talk about the 25 years in working with the Commission and how then don't push the development of Salone go before. My name is Elizabeth Kefwe-Gembe, and we go take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Orange Maxit app, they give you more sweet special features we designed for make you life simple. No miss events. Buy tickets for concerts, sports match, or any show directly from the app. Enter the marketplace, shop latest products them, check special offer them, and enjoy exclusive deals. If you make mistake on transaction, no worry. The app gets instant reversal feature where they give you control over your money. All the special features here and more that waits for you inside the app. Download Maxit now and enjoy the full experience.
Orange.
As government and stakeholder them, they continue to implement the Productive Social Safety Net and Youth Employment Program, PSSNYE, where World Bank we don't give Salone government $42 million for. National Commission for Social Action, NACSA, they use part of this amount for transfer money to us and family them. We pay per smack. Now, area them will not receive nothing yet through the Social Safety Net Program. For sake of this, government will extend this facility to new hostel we pay the money. Same way so, NACSA, they use part of this money for give money to Salone people for start their own business. To gain and mentor people them and connect them for agricultural program them where the government and non-governmental organization body them they operate. NACSA they also give this money to over 7,000 youths them to provide them with short-term work opportunity them upline through the Sustainable Cash for Work program.
As all this dey be, Freetown City Council go use spend this money for about over 6,000 youth them for clean the city and do other public work them na Freetown.
The National Youth Commission NACOM go use some of this money for support new and old youth group them for open their own business them na Freetown. Besides they go able to get access to money, training and counseling, but how for improve their own business them.
And then go implement this program na Bo, Makeni, Kenema, Potloko and Freetown.
For complaints, comments and inquiries, call Anti-Corruption Commission on 077-985-985 or 077-986-986 or toll-free line on Africell, QCell and Orange 8515. This message will come out from the Anti-Corruption Commission SEC with support from the World Bank, UNICEF and the government of Sierra Leone.
All right, welcome back. The program now, Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. We get Sylvanus Blake inside the show from the Anti-Corruption Commission, where they can tell with 25 years along the line. Waiting the commission don't do. We post a lot of questions to run where it don't answer. And indeed, the public don't they get trust in her. This is just an aside. Blake, you commissioner, they say he's dangerously educated. This is just, an aside question. What does that mean, dangerously educated?
You take as aside. It's part of the conversation. It's core.
No, well, it is not in your 25 years mandate or work. So
no, he's there.
It's an aside. What does he mean by
no,
that?
I just
dangerously educated.
Not because he's dangerously educated. And what is dangerous? What is dangerous is what you don't dare. What is dangerous is what you don't try. What is dangerous is what you must not start. And he's dangerous to the point that he can't be intimidated. You know, he's a stoic man and a philosopher. I follow him personally. I mean, Ben, I'm age mate, but now one man we I'm a leader because age to me a number. You can be sleeping. Bobby sing one song. It's even Christmas Day old, so not to all old people if you take advice from. That is no disregard to older people, but equally so, wisdom to me is critical. That is it. So Francis Ben Kaifala is a young man who don't distinguish himself. You know. A good way we celebrate legends when they are living. Africa gave many dead legends, and there virtually no living legend. So now we with the Pan-African view and mentality, African inward thinking children, they look for young people who don't try, and we celebrate them. He's not the only one in Sierra Leone. But I am my own. The others equally are my own, but I have a duty to propel his own agenda, which is the fight against corruption. See how Ben Landbook, born in a village, Ben na Pendembu born, mama come up from the Kisis, papa come up from Upper Bambara, born na Pendembu as a child, the war strike, refugee na Guinea, Colomba refugee camp, Nongoba, and all of those. Even we not left Salo, we internally been displaced. We know how tough it been there. Let alone you we gonna people land. Commodity struggle for land book. In all of that, first position are in place in anything academic. To in first degree, law school, star pupil, first masters, excellent, second masters, excellent, third masters with Harvard University. They place it and say now they the best book they mango they humble them back. So that's why we branded him the dangerously educated man. And in the beauty of the danger he carries is like the danger of electricity. If you choose for plugging legitimately and observe standards, electricity are the best servant. Now I make with there. But if you begin take naked cable, they lay and power that one, there will be problem. So Ben is dangerously educated and has enough energy for take the fight against corruption. We're in mandate now to where we have seen it and to where we wish for him to go. And every day we pray, let God continue for Grace Arm, the team, and Deputy Commissioner, for let them not stumble. Because sprinters can run fastest when they are up. Let God not make it stumble, whether in health, in personal conduct, in a relationship. He needs that prayer, and we must be praying for him, and I do pray for him. But if you now go mess up with electric cable wrongly, you shock yourself. So those who may want to mess up, they'll be shocked. Severally, some man don't feel the shock of the dangerously educated man, but Sierra Leone has enjoyed the energy, the power, the light, and the hope in this dangerously educated young man. And Africa is trailblazing him. If you travel with Francis out of this place, you understand what Africa hold him for. I mean, it's nothing to make him look what he's not, but give the devil his due. That young man is respected across Africa, across the world. He represents hope for young people. For maybe a Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Desmond Tutu fellow, now because of what he has been doing. And what him Ben don't do greater than any other thing. I fight against corruption. Yesterday I said it on Slick TV. Before President Biyo appointed in June 2018, who will not be know him too much. The only thing we know him for, I've been sound lawyer, good lawyer. I've been brilliant student from Ifobe College days to law school. And we're all interested in this law thing. I'll be example for copy from. But back home now, where you can get opportunity, I think I first public service job, now ACC. With little or no experience in public service, and see what God has done through him in this country. So, the dangerously educated man.
Right.
I mean, I'm not for Mesutan, that's all.
All right. It has been a great opportunity with the Deputy Director of Education and Public Outreach inside the studio as it don't tailor down then 25 years in corruption fighting, and it don't express how they don't gain the challenges then and the way forward. So now we go take some messages whilst we go allow we studio guests for make it go to work. I go start with text message. We get a popular text with Mary from Bo say congratulations. ACC has really fought the battle. It is challenging, but I see that Francis Benkefala is winning day by day. I hear you said dangerous. Indeed, he is more than dangerous. Can you find another name for dangerous? Because I am really impressed with the way he's fighting. I am definitely an APC member, but his fight has not tackled any APC directly. If you steal and you go to your party office and say, here is the money I stole from government as a party officials, let us share it, then you come back to our party office and dance your cry. But if you don't, like the education secretary says, I think he means the outreach, you do not have to come back to us. Congratulations, Mr. Blake, you have really nailed it. I love you. Ibrahim from
Falaba say, oh, this is what I have ever loved. ACC, I used to have a bad perception about you, but today, with this explanation, I am really convinced that you are fighting. Congratulations, Ben Kemfala. You are heading to another level after your mandate in the fighting of corruption. Can your studio man tell us what next we'll be expecting from you? That come from Ibrahim way text. The last one we'll go read na direct text message. APC is anti-corruption. ACC is just a bulldog. They fight, they back, but really the fight is not seen. Like Elizabeth was saying, there are certain things are left unsaid from their own side. If you want us to know much, please engage the public often. If you do this, then we'll be educated and we'll stop thinking that these politicians are saying lies to us. But if I believe in John and John tells me the truth, I will definitely take it. However, I will say one thing, you guys will say one thing and do the other. Congratulations. Thank you, Unity Broadcasting. All right, I'll go read that 3 because we don't get much time. Marie?
Okay, because of time, apologies. I will only take 2 messages on Facebook. This one, they come up from Amara, Barcelona. He said, Mr. Blake, of course, ACC has been doing very well regarding corruption in the country, but again, ACC needs to do more as corruption practice are still happening. And this one, they come up from Sylvester Momo Koroma. He says, Silvanos, I cannot thank you enough. You are tracking the issue as the real home-based professional you are speaking for all of us who have stayed in the cause of the service of our nation.
All right, so we go just stop there as time done a bit with Silvanos. That's now the text messages.
Yes, thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, viewers and followers. It's good when you talk, people talk back, so you know you've been talking to people, and we appreciate this. I want to say thank you to Unity Broadcasting. Mary, thank you so much. I appreciate, and indeed, that's the position. So if we not share in you wrong, then we should sympathize at best with you and pray you not do again. But let people know blackmail we. Sometimes an emotional blackmail. They know say opposition supporters normally not like ruling government. So small thing where they manipulate along that line, say now we mean our opposition. But honestly, many people, we ACC, not they hold anybody accountable because of your political belonging. Now because you get question for answer. And sometimes even intra-party, some people, you'll be asked about if then the political interference. There are attempts. And people will just be this because they na this side, they na this side, na go determine what thing they happen. But it depends on the kind of public officer where you meet. Because if you meet a competent professional, I go politely tell you, say, no, Salah, do my job. We got in our police, competent. We got in our road safety, competent. We got in our many public offices. And ACC na so we did. So now make we king one for be judged by the scripts and not by some imagination. Ibrahim from Falaba, thank you very much. And Ibrahim, they asked, what's next for the ACC boss? Is the ACC boss. That's where it is. And not we get what thing they happen tomorrow. Nobody not get what thing they happen tomorrow under in control. But Francis Benkefala is more and more and more dedicated. Even when we begin past the international indexes, from the first year we serve as commissioner, one thing I always tell we dey work for work every morning like say we not work yesterday. And that's the kind of energy you find in our team, both here in headquarters and across the nation. So our focus is on the fight against corruption, and he's our leader, and we continue to deliver for the people of this country. This issue of the bulldog, well, you know, me as a literature student equally, I can want for say some expressions are best left to be proven. If ACC na bulldog will not get it, put your hand in mouth. And by that, you know, what's an ACC mouth? Put your hand in public offer and misappropriate. What you want to say, dog then I want compound where they bet. Ask the one that we don't go to that compound, we go there illegally or unlawfully, trespassers. So if you want to know the ACC they bet or you know they bet, all them press release they pull about people who don't charge to court, who don't convict, they don't pay back money. Find out them, ask them, how was it like when you had an encounter with the ACC? They will tell you that even they don't want to let the enemy get the experience. We know they abuse nobody in human right. That is why we've never been accused of human rights issues. We know they over-detain suspect. But when we deal with you for corruption in this country, we say evidence there for deal with you. If you get second opportunity, I don't think you go thief public copper again. Now, I don't want in the records, 25 years, we'll never convict somebody twice for corruption. Because by the time you are convicted, what happens to you? If even you survive them, you may not want to steal again. So if we na bulldog, they go no more. Or we evict some people who don't encounter with, they know best. But you don't encounter with it, do corruption and make sure we know. That is a bit jokingly, but honestly, the law, the anti-corruption law, Elizabeth in Sierra Leone, are one of the finest. So we will use it in all fairness for the sake of the fight against corruption. Many things left unsaid. There is nothing left unsaid. Maybe that caller will reach out to me on Facebook, social media, or any platform. Yeah, no question, no day, but the fight against corruption in this country, we will not get answer to. In all day. And we answer now, we answer. It is left with how we present her and you accept her. But there's nothing hiding. Yeah? You say if you believe somebody, he says something. Or now you they believe. What if he lie? Believe not to tell they give. And I don't know if they believe forever and ever. But more time for learn for cross-check. A mark of intelligence and maturity. Now for verify. Well, I can't say, hey, Elizabeth, they don't do this here and that. They say, oh, I'm black talk and they can't put on here. Tomorrow, they find out saying a lie. So me, I trust people, but you get for help me for maintain me trust for you by being trustworthy. So if you leader go tell you talk, please verify them. Then you go know say this leader trustworthy. And Sylvester Momo Yusuf, thank you. And the lineup of activities for the Silver Jubilee celebration, they begin Monday with the praying at the office, 10 a.m. This country believe God, so we call the two big religion, then leadership, Muslims and Christian leaders. They can then preach against corruption and we pray. And from there, we get National Anti-Corruption Summit. Now they've been to Mani Conference Center, where they bring people who matter in the fight against corruption, opinion leaders, people that will be Didi Trade, like the former Deputy Commissioner Molai Buya Kamara, Honorable Ibrahim Nkagbo. Those are the people who be there in the formative ages. And they come, we get a conversation. The code don't do. As to who side we don't come out and who side we want to go and how for good day. So all is set.
All right, this now the very last question for this show. On a scale of 0 to 10, which percentage when I don't face corruption 25 years along the line? In one sentence. I hope
other policy accessories too. So we are in 8 all over 10.
8 all over 10.
I mean, I teach tobacco, so I know what you have to do the assessment.
All right. Plenty. Thank you to Sylvanus Blake. Now, income today for talk to the public because in our public education and outreach, it is the Anti-Corruption Commission. And so now, when are the viewers then? Plenty, thank you. This is now Unity Broadcasting Morning Show. We do every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 8:30, plus or minus. And you where they na you host, where they follow Unity Broadcasting, where we done the parts of Unity Broadcasting. Please, no say we are now in Sierra Leone. We have an office base, 48 Shaka Stevens to do ya with a big una. Now when I get Unity, we expect una for be part of we at all time. My name is Elizabeth Kefwe Gembe. Goodbye for now.
Plenty thank you to we technical head David Harding, in assistance Alpha Joe, and to we producer Suleiman Jalo, we camera operator Alfred. But good thank you to una all we watch we and una continue for stay with we and be part of the conversations. Be civil. So till we meet again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum. Me name na Marie Dumbea.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion.
You for know about salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien.
We no go left nothing bien no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history.
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
And we let myself and better salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
Developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.